alright. Okay. So where did we get to yesterday? I don't feel like shit anymore, so we've got a few questions. We've got an understanding of the band's chronology. Let's keep digging away. Hey? Let's have a look-see. I want to start looking at some interviews, but I need to be careful that I'm not doing it in such a manner that's going to get me fucking all fucked up. That camera a little bit. So we need to understand these guys a little bit better. I understand obviously Tyler, that dude there, is the singer and the face of the band. There's a guy called Dave who's the brains of the operation, or at least more the business end. But let's crack on. Let's see what this comes out with, and I'll take some notes as I go. So let's try something else. Theory of Divine, you don't know me. That's is this just on the street stuff?
You don't know me.
Oh fucking hell!
You don't know me.
I'm already exhausted.
You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't.
Let's cut to it.
Anybody know me?
Okay, this is famous people things. Okay, Wikipedia fact or fiction. This should hopefully give me something, but this is Loudwire, so hopefully they don't block or kill me or sue me.
Hey, what's up with Theory of a Deadman? You were watching Loudwire. Hey everyone, we're all here for Loudwire again. Oh, is that right here?
I don't know if you guys can even hear this.
No, good reason. Keep going. But I'm here today with the entirety of Theory of a Deadman. No, you guys so much for that. Okay, so this is Wikipedia fact or fiction. I looked up some stuff from your various Wikipedia pages. Good at. You should tell me a fact or fiction and elaborate if you so choose. So, the name of the band comes from a song off your first album, whose lyrics describe a man preparing to commit suicide.
Bam. Fact.
Fact. Okay, right. Fact already. Very good. Tyler, it's reported on Wikipedia that you slipped a copy of the band's demo to Nickelback's Chad Kroeger at a post-concert party.
Okay.
And the two of you were soon collaborating on songs together.
Bam. False.
Fiction.
Ooh.
Okay.
Fiction.
What happened?
I don't know even where that came from.
everywhere.
I was friends with his ex-girlfriend. Friends. Yeah, we. Jody.
Still signed?
And so, yeah, she was a masseuse. Yeah, she was a masseuse. And we would go out and Sam and my friends playing, so we'd go out to see them play. This was years ago. This is literally the 90s. And then I had demos and was also in a band with Dean at the time. And so she was like, "You should give me your demo," or I think she just had it. And then I got a call from Chad, like it was quite a few years later, I think. He was like, "Hey, I want to jump on a label, you know, help you guys." And he's like, "Hey, it's Chad." We're like, "Chad who?" And so this must have been probably around maybe 99 around there. And he called me, he was like, "Oh, so this label, let's go and record you guys." And that's the true story. So,
Okay.
there was no after party, no sneaking. So one of the stories is stuck backstage. I stuck backstage with champagne and a Nickelback concert with an evil Nickelback shit. No, but you are like too, like so. Who are your biggest influences? Other than Nickelback. You know. Yeah, we all got started pretty much at the same time. So they're, you know, they luckily they started themselves off and worked themselves with radio and stuff. So we were lucked out by he wanted to help us. That part of the story is true. He came in and helped us out. Got us signed to Roadrunner Records.
Yeah, no party crashing. Fiction. I found a contradiction that I'd like you guys to clear up if you don't mind. Theory of the Deadman formed in 2001 and became the first act to sign with Chad Kroeger's 604 record label in 2001 as well. But with Wikipedia also says on a different page that 604 Records was founded in 2002.
Who knows?
Who knows and who gives a shit?
Yeah. Neither fact nor fiction.
Yeah, I don't
New
know.
Year's Eve that time.
I think that we formed.
Second.
I think we formed pre 2001.
Okay.
We got signed in 2001,
Yeah.
so
2001.
604 Records would have been probably in 2001 or earlier.
Okay, so
Okay.
so you're the Deadman before 2001.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, we got signed in 2001, so we formed
I was thinking that would have been a very lucky.
We were a boy band.
Deadman though, because we had the record deal before a band name.
Yeah, that's a little interesting little tidbit.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Really?
we got signed and we had no band name.
Wow. What were some other ones you were talking about?
Black Cauldron.
Like the Cauldron of Death, I think it was.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons, but that was taken.
Second edition, also taken.
Yeah, Thaco was a good one. There was a lot of crappy ones, but we took the crappiest.
Well, you've done well with it. So.
I've got a good sense of humor, haven't they?
Tyler, you and Jack Kroger, along with Saliva's vocalist.
Wikipedia, get over Jack Kroger already. Oh yeah.
Oh, they just love him on your page. And Our Lady Pieces drummer performed the theme song Hero for Spider-Man in 2002.
Yes.
Well, parts of that are true, parts are incorrect. Our Lady
Drummer
Peace
member.
drummer, he was just in the video. He didn't actually
You just
play the
wanted-
drums.
Jeez.
That was Matt Cameron, Soundgarden and Pearl Jam fame.
Who actually drummed on that song?
He drummed on that song. And he was like, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the video shoot. And then he jumped on a plane and went home that night.
The Gasoline album
Yeah.
is the only album that you guys have released that was not given a parental advisory sticker.
Really?
That's because we
Maybe.
secretly
We secretly.
wrote fake lyrics in the book where the swears were.
Is that true, or
It is true.
Oh, fucking sweet.
is that how you did it?
Yeah, I don't know. The time of year is kind of no surprise. My first single, going into the first chorus, it said gun. All the other guys that you gun. And they couldn't play that on the radio, so instead of doing an edit and saying a different line, we just took the CK off that. It was just a gun and son.
And in the lyrics it says, gunning for.
All the other guys that you're gunning for, but really they just took the CK off the end, so all the other guys you gun and thought.
That's fucking sweet.
So really we screwed everyone at radio.
We said the F word on radio.
But so did Lady Gaga. Pop, 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 poker face, pop, pop, her face. I'm sure that's the lyric.
What? I've been singing. Zippers and Drana.
Alright, so one album without the parental advisory sticker. Take that to the board.
Tipper Gore. Lover, him, or
Whatever it is.
Tipper? I had a dog named Tipper. Tippy.
There's a long, big connection with the PMRC, I think, is it?
While still touring,
Which is relevant to the early days of Roadrunner.
drummer, Brent Fitz temporarily left
Fucking
to
glasses.
play with Alice Cooper,
Yes.
filling in on drums for Eric Singer, while Eric Singer was touring with Kiss. That wasn't temporary.
Yeah, you have to think
Big shit.
Right, yeah.
This isn't too important.
It wasn't temporary.
Well, we're still thinking of bringing him back.
Oh. No.
Whoops.
He's busy.
But yeah, just,
Don't let Joe see that next Wikipedia page. We don't want him to know Brett's coming back.
but yeah, it's interesting because, looking at Wikipedia, it said that he left in 2007, so I'm like, was this his, first of all, he didn't leave like mid-tour, did he?
No, we were making our Scars for News record.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna go tour with Alice Cooper.
Okay.
And then we just went with
Was that
Joe
like,
Dano came in. Bam.
We're like,
And Joe's like,
so was that like an indication when Dallas Cooper's like maybe he's not the right drummer for us?
there was more to it than that. He's a great drummer, and he's still like we still talk once in a while. He's with Slash now.
yeah, he plays with the Conspirators.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
Oh, wow.
a better fit for him. I think he'd love him.
Yeah. Song Bitch Came Back. Originally, having never before heard third verse that you guys got rid of.
True, that's fact.
Really? Do you remember any of it?
No, I don't.
Do you remember why? Was it just I don't feel like putting third verse in there.
You know that stuff.
It's just too long, maybe?
It's too long and not necessary. I remember cutting that. It was Howard's extra. It had a third. It already has a third verse for some, but it had extra. I actually, we came out on this record. I actually went on stage on the first night and sang the wrong third verse.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, that's the one. That's the one.
Same thing. We never recorded it.
World premiere.
Yeah. That's how you cover up your mistake. I just wanted to give the kids something different.
That was very nice of you. Bitch Came Back. It also says it's a parody of the children's song, The Cat Came Back.
It's true.
That's true. How does that happen? You're reading like listening to a nice children's song, which I'm sure is
I quite like this show.
not about
Fact or fiction is a good
Well,
idea.
It's an old, not, a lot of people don't know it because it's like 90 years old. It was an old kid's song. I remember it's from Canada, so a lot of people don't know it.
Okay.
It's so old. I remember when I was a kid, they had this cartoon. It was like something that would play between shows, like they had like 3 minutes to spare instead of playing a bunch of commercials. They would play this. It was like a music video of this cartoon cat. And the cat came back. And this guy kept trying to get rid of his cat, kill it, put it in a box, throw it in the ocean or something. It was really dark. The cat just kept coming back every day to be on the doorstep. So I'm like, this is a perfect song for about a girl. Just keeps coming back.
Wait, even when you roll her in a carpet, go off the bridge.
I tried it. Well, no, she died. Yeah, she never came back.
Oh, good.
She never came back.
Let's move it along, guys. Come on.
You probably shouldn't use that.
You edit that out after?
We could get this. No.
Probably wanted for murder.
You better lay low.
In Canada, though, so you can stay here. We're not going to deport you.
Yeah.
Last one. Bad Girlfriend. The song is about Tyler's wife, who makes him feel very protective of her because she is very attractive and always has other guys hitting on her.
That's fact.
Fact.
I guess, yeah. The song was written about how I met her. We're not together anymore. But,
Oh, okay.
so, excellent.
Excellent.
Ladies. Supermodels, single.
In hell.
America, what's that clothing store? Bras or something? American Apparel? No. No. Victoria's Secret models. Yeah, the song's about how I met her. I met her in this bar called the Roxy in Vancouver, which is where everyone goes to parties, where we always went after recording at the studio, and I met her. She was crazy. She was very crazy. She was hard. At first, it was like she was one of those girls that like some guy would come up and smack her ass, and she would I'd fight this guy, dude.
Did you guys ever witness anything like that?
I went to the Roxy. I'm a respectable adult.
But no, just
Dave with the rocks all the time. They come random chicks. Dave sometimes line up chicks and he's like run down and lick all their faces.
I know that.
yeah. And ladies.
I don't advise it.
Ladies.
One of those chicks had an STI.
What's an STI?
It's the new way of pronouncing STD.
Infection sounds way less harmful than a disease, right?
Well, I got it before they changed it to an I, so it's a disease.
You still have it. You definitely got an STD.
But the point is, ladies, you see Tyler on the road, he is clean.
I'm clean? Yeah,
Fact.
where the hell did that come from? In fact, I'm clean. And any girls that work at American Apparel, let's date.
We'll start somewhere. I mean, you work for Victoria's Secret. Yeah, work your way up. Start at the top, bro.
Better than,
I think that's gonna be it, isn't it? Let's see. There's some more. There's one thing I actually remembered as well. That Tyler also sang on a song for the Roadrunner United album, which was never released. So I wonder if he was at the show. I don't think he was at the show, was he? Let's just check. Definitely not there. I wonder if it even references this song that doesn't exist. In the live show. Let's just show all these and then do the secret trick, which is, oops. I don't think he was there for this, you know. What if there's anyone else there? Oh, not list of songs recorded. It's interesting. Never seen one of these before. Should also release a single. Sweet, okay. What the fuck? And blue is indicates song recorded by Theory of a Deadman, which are cover versions and also released as a single. Okay. Brenner, back, Dandino. So let's just see. Brenner. No, back. Nope. And I don't think Joey was the drummer in this era. I think there was a different drummer. Mr. Fitz. Nope. No Theory of a Deadman folk at Roadrunner United. Shall we go for the kids one? Let's see what that's like. Jesus Christ.
Hello, I'm Tyler. I'm the singer of Deadman.
I've seen a couple of these, and sometimes the questions are quite good, but sometimes I feel like the adults are patronising.
Knock joke. Wow. I'm trying to think of something that's not inappropriate. I think let's get back to the
Let's just see if there's any actual questions in this.
I always have dreams that I'm playing. I'd probably say, I guess, Christmas, like, etc. So I've never been in the military, so for me, from Katy Perry. Would I want? Would not want to? Red Rover was good one. That's my bad.
You're not going to get any Roadrunner facts out of this, I don't think. Okay, let's see. Let's see this one that was recorded last year. I don't have much hope for it.
Deadman. You're watching EMP. Excellent. Then I'm doing excellent.
Yeah, I'm doing excellent too then.
Set the bar a little higher, guys. Set the bar
Yeah,
higher.
exactly. It's sunny.
All back in the United States, yeah, a ton. So this whole summer has got a ton of festivals, which we're all excited for too.
Supposed
Okay.
to play Download that year in 2020 and here like a tiny.
Yeah, COVID shit.
The weather in the U.
I want to be a weatherman, get paid, record in years. I know every band says that, but this one is so much like a lot of our older stuff.
You're gonna enjoy playing live.
But also, I just think, I think our fan base as well as other people are going to really accept it and be open to it.
It's hilarious. Our label sent out some sort of thing for our 20-year anniversary because it's the 20-year anniversary of our first record. And they sent out all these stats like Theory has 2 million this followers on this one and this many followers, and then it's like TikTok 140 followers. And we're like, well, it's not a good number, but we just started.
Well, that's the thing.
Ourselves a little outdated in the fact that the social media stuff, it happens so fast, and you have to adapt so fast. And just when you figure one out, there's a new one, and so for us, we're aware of the fact that we need to have a presence on these things. So it's almost comical watching.
This is the problem with this band, though, because then normally when I'm doing any interviews with any artists on Roadrunner for this project, it's always a band that did like 1 or 2 albums, and then that was it, and it was like in the 80s or 90s. But these guys have been with them for 23 fucking years, 22 fucking years. So there's an entire like landscape which they've had to traverse to get to where they are now. So maybe it's worth me sort of figuring out any questions around about the state of the world now. Who knows? Who knows? I'm gonna have to just keep going.
See, I think like this is what people want to see, like you being you, like not something fed by the label, like instruction or stuff like. It's just like sometimes it is more funny to see the band and be like, I don't know what we're doing, but we're having fun.
Yeah, and that's tough because we get stuff from the label and we just put it off to the last minute. Don't we have to do some sort of video for something? We're like, okay, let's do it. It's like homework. So yeah, the social media we always try to do something fun. So bull.
Cast a spell on yourself too, like.
Movie I haven't seen yet.
Big Lebowski and Mark Strikes Back. Got
Easy 80s movies and stuff.
Okay, this isn't going
Like
anywhere.
a movie or a TV.
This is it's just like a normal interview. Okay, let's see what this one's like.
Start there. So your tour list is rolling now.
Who's that guy?
Tell the story of the tour line. That's cool.
When it started, we did the Golden Girls was the first one because one of our crew guys used to call us the Golden Girls or something for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we
Sue.
we didn't party hard enough, so we superimposed our faces on.
I feel like I know that guy.
I think I was B. Arthur.
Yeah, you were B. Arthur. And I was Blanche.
Maybe I don't.
I don't remember the damn
He
names.
was the easy one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Blanche.
Dave was totally baked when he did with Rose. So his face is like, it looks just like Rose. It's amazing. Is
Yeah.
that Rose?
That's the key.
It's Benny. What's
Benny
her
White's
name?
all about getting into character.
Yeah.
Getting into character.
What's this tour gonna be?
We've
I
done
guess you've been on the road for a while now.
Yeah, we did Seinfeld, 18,
Anchorman.
Anchorman, which was
Two of them. 1 a.m. this morning.
yeah.
I get that.
Yeah,
Drowning.
how's
Okay, forget that question. I don't want to ask questions.
I mean, that's probably like the lamest question we usually get.
Well, I'm just starting out, man. Come on. We'll get there. I got a whole list of stuff.
It's a good question.
Obviously not.
No, I'm saying it's a good question because it's obviously popular.
I don't know if the audio has been pulled from this desktop
No, it's all
view.
over the place. They literally could start with the
Or-
lyric. That song, I think, was all the lyrics were done and the riff.
You just get it from the mic. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't remember. I did watch those videos. There's different instruments in this record. I saw you playing mando. You're playing banjo at one point. Like,
Believe it or not, we're actually musicians. Later on, this
But
is
it's like
2014.
it's like different instruments, right?
Yeah, you know,
Fun
it's
stuff
fun.
to add
It's
and
fun
that
in the
weird whistle
studio.
sound on Angel. Like,
Yeah, he just does that with his mouth.
On the way to the studio, and yeah, one homeless. I don't know if from the studio, and they bring it home in. We did have this one homeless. I don't know if he was really homeless, but he was
Story
a
time.
banjo dude on the side of the road, and I walked past him on the way to the studio, and
And
like
it sounded like he knew what he was doing.
it sounded like he was pretty good. So I'm like, hey, you want to play on a record? He's like, sure. I brought him into the studio. I'm like, hey guys, meet what the guy, Ark. His name was Ark. Ark. He's this old man, Ark. And so we put him in the studio, and we got him to play him the song, and he was terrible. He sucked. Now we know why he's out in the street.
Well,
like
he's
that.
selling a CD and stuff. He's got like a compact disc for sale out of his banjo case.
It was tough. And we had to pay him. We had to pay him union. Like we had to pay him
So
$800.
he was homeless, but then he went and got an apartment after that.
Yeah.
you guys are doing good deeds. This is awesome.
Yeah. You know, right. It was a good.
It's a good deed.
Good on project.
How are the new songs sitting in the sets? How are the sets working out? I mean, yeah, you obviously have songs people want to hear. You want to play the new stuff too.
Yeah, 5 records. We still don't play singles. So I don't know. We only play 2 songs right now. But the record comes out tomorrow, July 29th. Tomorrow. So we'll see. Now we get to see which songs fans gravitate towards the most, and then maybe we'll start slipping those in.
And we'll start hearing them yell songs too at the shows, and that's always a good indicator of what people like and want to hear.
We have our
songs,
favorites.
yeah, we have songs that we think will be good to add to the set, but
Which are what? Yeah, I'm curious. What are your favorites?
we have a few. I think that Salt in the Wound was one song that we were talking about maybe adding to the set soon.
We rehearsed that a few times. It sounds awesome.
We just started playing Angel a little bit acoustic, and that can get in the set too. It sounds really good. So
It's hard to say. I don't know. Like our hardcore fans are gonna like probably the songs that sound the most like us at first. So I think fans are gonna want to hear
hot too. Every time you can blast everybody.
One of the little tricks is
before you get mad at me.
showing a transcript. Show it. Where's the transcript?
Yeah.
Oh, is there no transcript?
I don't like dogging on people.
There
but,
it is.
It's done in the TV.
Let's see if there's Roadrunner.
Kanye keeps dogging on rock music, and we will.
Nothing like that.
That's right. He wears leather jogging pants.
Okay.
In the car this morning, there's Angel, and then there's the one.
Panic. Because I don't hate women. I mean, we're throwing
More women.
I heard someone talking about this.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he had
It's a thing?
that's what he used to do that on stage because he had some sort of circus thing.
Some chicks painting probably.
Yeah, thinking flying. I mean,
He's a big dropping zombies with his knives all over them.
Okay, this is a.
it's real
Somebody recognizable.
Don Rooney, yeah, he loves that song.
This is the problem with like interviews. There's no. A lot of the time, there's such great production value, but they're not really.
So that's my impersonation.
They're just. I guess this is before podcasts were like a massive fucking deal.
Writing a country song
So they need to try and bro down in 4 minutes or less. In this case, 15 minutes.
The cliche with rock and roll is just all
Okay, let's.
Wife and your dog dies and then you run out of beers.
you ride like gas and you're picking a truck.
Yeah, I don't know. You got all those lines in there, I think.
Yeah.
It's just the content. I mean, that's the fun thing about that song. It's just literally the stereotype about country songs, about how country music is all. I mean, it's the same as rock. Like, it's just the cliche with rock and roll is just all about, you know, songs are like it's all about the crews. It's not about the girls and strip clubs and partying and tour bus and a hot tub. You're like,
Which is all true.
when's the last time you wrote a song about that? My girlfriend. But I think country, this cliche is all everything's about. Oh, woe is me,
Yeah.
lose everything. You know, all
The dogs are barking.
so we just wrote the song. It's just a cliche about living your life like a country song. So you lost it all. We're trying to get Willie Nelson on it somehow.
I know. I
We're
would
trying to
have
get that
best.
video. Because one of the lines talks about, you know, living your life like you're in a Willie Nelson track.
Yeah.
Cool. I feel that you haven't said anything yet. And I told you I'm going to get a question to you.
Told you, we got Joe just for the look.
Here's my thing. When someone joins the band kind of midway through, what was the hardest wrap your head around behind the kit from the old tins? Like what took the longest?
Well, Joe was a super fan.
Or maybe they were all easy. I don't know.
No, I found them to be fun. And you know what? It's funny because I was actually playing in cover bands before I joined these guys too, across the country, and I happened to just play some of their favorite songs in that band. So coming in was
Okay.
nice.
Road or studio?
Okay, this might be interesting.
I'm gonna go off.
Harrison.
Yeah, we're gonna go off the table. I'll go George Harrison.
You can. When you hear a song, what usually hits you first? Lyrics, melody, or rhythm?
Melody.
Rhythm.
Yeah, melody. Melody.
If someone's never heard Theory before, what song do they start with?
Santa Monica.
Same song.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. In one word, Theory of a Deadman.
Tired.
Very good.
Happy.
It's got to be something else. Interview, sign from fuses. Okay. These are some old ass interviews, man. Some fucking old ones. Got to be done. When world radio history is letting me down again.
It's your number one Countdown Rock. I'm Sammy, and right now I am joined by some Canadian rockers who've been making some major noise in the U.S. of A. Theory of a Deadman in the house. What's going on, dudes?
What's going on? We're here.
2008.
Talking
You're
here.
hanging out, right?
Yeah.
Tyler, Dean, David, or Tricky T, you said, right?
Tricky T. You know, that's my rap moniker, Tricky T. I was a DJ for many years.
I gotta say too before we
turntable.
start, man. The Pompadour, man. I adore
Yeah.
that.
Oh, man.
I'm adoring
Thank
that.
you very much.
You're wel- How long does it take you to do that?
Not too long. Maybe 5-10 hours.
You know, but
Some kids skateboarding beside our bus, they were taking jumps off of that. That's awesome.
It's awesome, dude. All right. Theory of a Deadman, Scars and Souvenirs, the third album. It's
Yeah.
out. And I actually read that you guys wanted this to be the greatest record ever. That's a direct quote I'm reading out. Do you think you succeeded?
I was probably high on PCP when I said that. Yeah, I don't know. I think every band should probably say that when they write their record. I think for us, as a band, I think we made the best record yet for sure for us. I think our fans think it's our best record too.
And then the title itself, Scars and Souvenirs, I gotta ask you guys, do you have any rock and roll scars you can show off, you want to talk about?
There's mine.
What do you got?
Just a little scar.
Pretty nasty.
Three stitches.
Oh, that's hardcore.
That's it?
You know why it looks like that is because I couldn't put my hand in my pocket for months after, and every time I do it, it would just open it right
What
up.
happened? What did you do?
Just drunk and fun. We were fighting in somebody's house, and we had French doors, broke a little plane of glass, and then, of course, because we had been drinking, tried to clean it up, felt bad, and that's just, right?
I have a lot of rock and roll scars, but unfortunately they're all in my bathing suit area.
Any particular reason you wrote that song? Is it about a specific
About girlfriend.
It's actually, it's about my wife. When I first met her, she was this party girl.
Oh, dear.
We used to go out all the time, and
Vancouver, there was this bar called the Roxy, which was kind of a staple. I used to go there every night.
Same question, just what, 5 years earlier?
Party and I met her there with some friends, and we would hang out all the time. And she was crazy, and after like a while, you know, I started liking her a lot. I didn't want her to go there anymore. I didn't want her to get her, you know, grabbed and pulled and touched, and guys always want to, you know, do things with her. So she wanted to do dirty things, trying to keep it, you know, there's kids watching.
That means you got the right girl, man. She must be that hot because she would be.
Yeah, so, you know, I stopped going to the bar. I couldn't do it anymore. So, yeah, she's a little tamer now.
All right.
It makes for a great song.
Well, you know what? Bad Girlfriend is actually making his debut on our countdown this week, number 6 on the countdown. So here's
Wow.
Theory of a Dead Man,
Yes.
Bad Girlfriend. They're going to be hanging out a little bit longer. Stick around.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Now, you're on tour, and I read that you stopped off at a hot air balloon festival, man. What was that like? I mean, did you get to hang out on any of the balloons? Like, how'd that go?
It was in a city called Cornwall, which, if you say it really fast, sounds like something else. But, you know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either.
We can family show. What are you trying to say?
It was like this, it was totally this big, we showed up, we flew in or something to the gig, and there was all these hot air balloons taking off. It was really cool. And there was all these old ladies, like, in wheelchairs and lawn chairs, all like the front row.
Our fan base.
Our fan base.
Gotta
And
love
we were
our
like,
fan
man,
base,
and there's
right?
like clowns, there's like a big fair going on our stage right.
It's gotta be
And before we went on stage, we're like, is this gonna be alright? But by the time we walked on stage, there was, I think there was 21,000 people that showed up out of nowhere.
It was great.
So the whole town was there, it was great.
Those grandmas in their wheelchairs get trampled.
Yeah. Yeah, some old lady, yeah.
Nothing like a mosh pit with those wheelchairs and crutches, man. That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's
Now,
crowd surfing in a wheelchair.
you guys have an interesting story as to how you got signed, man. I heard you went to an after
Right.
party and Chad Kroeger from Nickelback was there, and you hooked him up with your demo.
It's Kruger,
Well,
not Kroger, by the
I
way.
think that story kind of turned into that, but what really happened was I knew his girlfriend, you know. He doesn't know this. She was trained to become a masseuse.
Sure she was.
You know, so when Chad was on the road, I used to go over there and she'd give me free massages. So I gave her our demo, and she passed on to Chad, and he called us up and was like, I can help you guys get a record deal. And so he did. We got a big bunch of labels came, watched us play, and we got signed.
Okay, so a bunch of labels got in place. So there's a showcase.
Wherever it came from, the masseuse or from Chad Kroeger.
There's clearly a relationship with Chad, but the relationship with Chad is clearly not quite as... In terms of the signing, it clearly wasn't as strong as what people are saying. So clearly, when I do ask them that question, it's going to be something to the flavour of, what's your relationship with Chad, as opposed to, did Chad get you signed? I'll figure it out. Such old interviews. I like them though.
Crazy stuff.
The
We had
Weekender.
some crazy puppeteer guys on stage yesterday.
I'd say the craziest thing I saw was the fireworks display that put Tommy out of order for a little while. That was pretty rad.
The same fireworks displays when he killed 2 hookers with Roman candle. That was pretty crazy. Is this being taped?
How's he now?
He's good now. He's playing again. He's played the last bunch of shows, and I think it's still, his hand's a little messed up, but he's making it work. He's a trooper. He wanted to play, so.
What do you guys, have you find anything besides
Well, man, I mean, I guess they have the
billboard.
biggest stage set we've ever seen out of all the bands we play with. It's massive. So we're going to do the next tour. We're going to buy their old set off them. Even the backdrop, this is one of the crew.
It's like passing the mic back and forth, and I actually have anything to say. I think that Motley Crue is one of those bands that's had, longevity, and for us, we've always wanted to be a career band rather than just flash in the pan band. So it's good touring with the band that's been around for 30 years, and seeing how much we all really still love each other, and get along, make it work.
There's a lot of hugging going on with the Motley Crue guys. A lot of hugging. But it's good. They must really like each other.
Yes.
personalities are so different. I guess at some points they over the years. I mean, they've also lived the rock style lifestyle through the '80s and stuff, where they, you know, the sex, drugs, and rock and roll for them was the reality. But for us, it's really more about video games and the Golf Channel. So, and you'll see that more and more in bands nowadays. There's really not a lot of that. I guess so you have to work a lot harder. I think a lot of bands maybe Motley Crue probably seen Mickey Six would admit that they always have their ups and downs.
I've just got World Radio History working, so I'm going to have to pour through that after this next round of interviews.
Well, we've known the Rev Theory guys. We toured with them before, and just got to meet the Kava guys on this tour, and we're doing a whole tour with those guys with Daughtry this winter. And they're really great guys too. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool to go over there. And go.
The Monster Stage is parked so far away at the theater, and we're playing during the daylight, so it's a total.
This is a crew
you
fest
feel a
then.
little more maybe self-conscious because all the lights are on. It's almost like having sex. You know, I mean, they've been really good to us. I mean, you can
Okay.
tour. So man, and this is the second time Motley Crue's asked us to come out with them.
All right, so these interviews are kind of. There's no big sort of history stuff. There's stuff that's on the road. There's active promotion going on.
Because they said that, they're like, I never heard you guys before, and that's the idea when you're opening. And we thought with this, you know, with Godsmack being probably a pretty big draw, it was good for us to just play in front of a bunch of different people. But
Do you feel one maybe positive thing that is bringing it closer to the fans, or you're doing more jazz than you usually would have if it just
Yeah, it sucks. We hate our fans. We hate that they like us. No. Yeah, I mean, with technology, when I was a kid growing up, I mean, the closest you got was maybe a poster or a T-shirt. You could find a T-shirt with, you know, your favorite artist or something on it. It'd be like, yes. And nowadays, you just go online, you can go on Twitter and see that so-and-so just took a crap. And, you know, now they're having, it matters now and work. The same point, almost like it takes that, I don't know, that, you know, it's almost like back when it was like Frank Sinatra and Elvis and stuff, where these people, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but, you know, you almost wish, like, when you did meet some of these people that we didn't know, they just hadn't gone.
Okay.
what they were doing.
Last one, and then I'm going to go straight to World Radio History. Pick stuff up from there.
Well, we're Canadian, and we say all kinds of stupid stuff, you know. But no, I don't find that there's that big of a difference between Canadians and Americans. It's different beer. Better beer in Canada. So,
Hey-o.
actually, we don't really have any downtime. I think January is the next time we'll see a period longer than 2 weeks. Maybe take the whole month of January.
Okay.
This is an all ages video.
Okay, yeah, okay. This isn't gonna... IG live chat. Oh, yeah, okay, there's all sorts of stuff there, but let's leave it and let's go straight to the new shit, which is... I'll have to bring it up in OBS. Boom. Right, this is my secret weapon, right? So this is a search directory of everything-ish. It's like, well, a lot of the trades, so Billboard magazine, Melody Maker, that kind of stuff gets uploaded. A small collection of people are creating an archive. And I've searched for Theory of a Deadman in Billboard magazine, and now there's so many. So I'm going to start pouring through those, because sometimes you can get little bits of really useful information. So that's what I'm going to do. So somewhere on this page it says Theory of a Deadman, and I've got to figure it out. It'll be in the radio listings. So what I'll typically do is I'll try and find like these articles and these things that you'll see on the right, and I'll scan it and I'll find the artist name, and then if it's not there, I'll move on. This is my legal background. I've learned to skim read quite effectively. So there's something about the Spider-Man soundtrack here. Wow. 3 months in the same order. Just fucking plow through it. Don't worry too much about it. Just moving. Still on about fucking wrestling. There we go. Here. Theory of Deadman. Booked by Pinnacle Entertainment, the group is currently trying out the new material of the audiences as headliners of Nokia Buzz Tour and Theory of Deadman. Right, okay, so the only Theory of Deadman reference is the fact that they're on tour. Okay, great. But let's continue. Okay, radio listings. Radio listings, you get a lot of these. Singles. Theory of a Deadman. Nothing can come between us. This from 2002. In terms of success, Chad Kroeger is the current J-Lo of modern rock. Oh my word. Everything he touches these days turns to gold. Platinum, there we go. Be it his band Nickelback's 4 million copies and counting sold of 2001 CD Silver Side Up, or his multi-format smash with Josie Scott and Hero. Now comes Theory of Deadman. Kruger's fellow Canadians, the debut signing to his 604 Records imprint, and undoubtedly the next deep notch in his production bedpost. So my question is going to be, when they signed with 604, did you sign with 604 after Silver Side Up came out? So, idea being, was 604... Actually, no, I think Silver Side Up came out in 604 in Canada. Anyway, the idea being, it'll be interesting for me to understand if Chad was already, like, as he was writing the meteoric rise of Nickelback, was he also sorting out his pension with 604? This is where I kind of get to know the guy a little bit more and see how clever he is. The next deep notch in his production bedpost. Think of nothing come between us as a well-tuned blend of the best elements of Tantric, Days of the New, Creed, Stone Temple Pilots, and Nickelback. Oof. With an undercurrent of blues, lead guitarist Tyler Connolly's lyrics depict a breakup that may or may not be painful to the storyteller. Nothing can come between us. Sorry to say I don't feel the same. It could easily become an anthem for those who want to ditch their insignificant this pronto. Keep your eyes open for the eponymous debut, which arrives September 17th. September 17th. Let's keep that one open. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, so now we're in June 18th, 2005. Theory of Deadman. Hello, lonely, walk away from this. The only thing more memorable than summer romance is summer heartbreak. So if your soulmate dumps you... It's fucking all about breakups, this, isn't it? So if your soulmate dumps you in the next 3 months, Theory of a Deadman has a handy theme for your devastation. Hello, lonely, walk away from this will likely give the Canadian rock trio the break it has been seeking at radio. Deadman captures the feeling of lazy, sunshine-filled days with briskly strummed guitars and foot-tapping beat, topped with anguished lyrics. How do I live without you? How could you just walk away from this? Are the most original sentiments, but that doesn't seem to make them any less poignant. Watch this song fuel sales of the band's current album, Gasoline. Oh yeah, so this is the twice platinum, and interestingly, this review came from the same guy that reviewed Nothing Can Come Between Us a few years prior. Oh my god, it's going to happen again. It's the same guy. It's the same guy. 2006. Although Theory of a Deadman debuted in the Billboard charts in 2002, the Canadian band still has not caught fire in the States. How can I say that when this album went double platinum in the States? Am I right about that? I must be right about that. Hang on a sec. Hang on a picking minute. Gasoline. Gasoline. Blah, 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 blah. Chart position, singles. Just was double platinum. Let's just check that discography. Yeah. Okay. Let's check RIAA. This might prove to be interesting. Right. Oh my word! Bad Girlfriend only just went platinum this year. Oh no, wait, it went 3 times platinum. Okay, fair enough. Bitch came back, Arithmetic. Where's Gasoline? There must be more. There must be more here that I'm not seeing. Let's have a look at this. Theory of Deadman. Oh, bollocks. What do you mean, no certifications? Okay. We'll do it without the parentheses. Right, okay, so I'm certain. Hang on a second, am I losing my fucking mind here? Theory of Deadman discography. Gasoline. Oh, sorry, no, I'm wrong. Scarred and Souvenirs. Scarred and Souvenirs was the platinum one. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Either way. Went platinum 3 years after it came out, so that's, it went gold just about a year after, so it's not nothing to be snuffed at. But the Hate My Life single was platinum only recently. Okay. Interesting. Interessant. Interesting. Look at all these platinum fucking singles. This is what the band is, right? A fucking singles band, I guess. Even now, even like 2017, they're not done at all. Dancehall, I guess, was a bit slow, but it's only come out this year. Interesting. Alright, okay, back to... Oops, back to that. Well. So, Theory of Deadman Santa Monica. So, from the interview that we just saw a bit ago, this is meant to be the intro track that everyone should hear. The Theory of Deadman debuted in... Oh, wait, hang on a second. Yeah, okay, yeah, sorry, I was just reading this. Although Theory debuted in the Billboard charts in 2002, the Canadian band has still not caught fire in the States, but is still making progress as the singles keep pushing to the rock charts' upper reaches. And what we've just learned from looking at the RIAA website, I'm fucking tired, man, we sort of find that they are a bit of a slow burn when it comes to these sales. They do get there, but it takes them a while. Santa Monica standing as a good example. Almost jaunty clips of an acoustic guitar and staccato drums tell the age-old story of how life sucks when your lover walks out, especially when you never saw it coming. Tyler's opening lyric is, "She fills my bed with gasoline. You think I would have noticed? The lady takes off for Santa Monica, dismissing the past from triumphant mile one time." I did it one at a time. Okay, cool. Where are we now? We're in 2003. Chad Kroeger certainly is getting around. In addition to his platinum touch with Nickelback, his smash debut with... This is the same guy again. And the discovery of Default. Default? What the fuck's Default? Never heard of these. Default is a Canadian alternative rock band from Vancouver, British Columbia. So if we were to look for Discogs in Default and Deny... This is interesting because if there's a... Okay, this is definitely one. If there's bands that Chad's discovering which no one's buying into... It's not all peaches and fucking cream, is it? Oh, now an island, so that's pretty good. No, there's nothing there. Some had a dealer with Roadrunner, but that's not it. Okay, let's just keep going through here. Ba 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 ba. The singer-songwriter is about to strike gold with Theory of a Deadman. The first group signed to a 604 imprint. It's not particularly surprising that Make It Your Mind is starting to slip up the active and modern rock station, since Deadman lead Tyler Connolly and his bandmates have the Nickelback Kruger sound down to a science. In fact, this might as well be the band's new release. This might as well be that band's new release, meaning Nickelback. Not necessarily a bad thing. Kruger's found a solid niche at radio with authentically grinding rock that's smart enough to ooze hooks. But radio game may come at the expense of this group. Oh, who at this point are little more than a very fortunate cover band. That's not very nice. That's not nice. Oh, here we go. Right, here's something dedicated. Kruger imprint bows with Theory of a Deadman. After their high-profile association with Nickelback frontman Kruger and his Hero single from Spider-Man soundtrack, Tyler Connolly and his bandmates in Theory of a Deadman have high hopes of their eponymous debut. The first release on Kruger and Jonathan Simkins' Roadrunner distributed imprint, 604 Records. Kruger was first introduced to Connolly in 1999 at a party at their native Vancouver. Kruger is also known for discovering Default, is given a great amount of credit by both Connolly and Roadrunner president Jonas Naxin for mentoring the young band's music and overall creative direction. Oh, fuck. Chad's really into radio, Connolly notes. He's great at making songs fit into a radio format. That's interesting. Let's fucking note that down. Let's just copy it. Chad's really into radio. Check out more involved in the songwriting process of worked with us. We had a lot of songs that were reapproaching the studio to make them more radio friendly. It's important for us to make music that has mass appeal rather than just speaking to us. He continues, there are people out there who say that we're selling out, but I'd rather have thousands of fans than play to a bunch of empty clubs. We don't, get me wrong, we love what we write, but we don't ever fake a note. Naxon agrees. Theory of a Deadman has surely benefited from the production efforts of Chad Kruger and Joey Moy. Ugh. Theory of a Deadman is a band that can appeal to radio and TV and sell a lot of records that way. There's an undeniable strength to their album. It's full of memorable, well-produced songs with a lot of heart. Radio appears to agree. So there's a radio landscape here that I want to explore. Why was this... And I understand the appeal of wanting to do it. But coming off of grunge, and at that time, I guess, new metal as well, there wasn't a lot of pro-radio and pro-conventional formatting approaches to music. Or at least, I wouldn't have thought there had been a deliberate approach to one. So let's have a look at that. Let's appeal at a time where that wouldn't... let's see what wouldn't work. New metal grunge. Okay, let's continue. Theory of a Deadman's Invisible Man was included on the Spider-Man soundtrack and served as the B-side to the Hero single. Connolly contributed guitar to both the single and the video. Oh, sorry, so who's the B-side? Right, okay, so... Spider-Man video shoot. B-side to the single. Does the B-side get paid? Does the B-side actually generate anything? Lots of notes here. Since streeting September 17th, the album has benefited from the interest garnered by the single Nothing Could Come Between Us, which has won widespread airplay on mainstream and modern rock radio stations. The video for the song, directed by Glenn Bennett, is showing on all video stations. Theory of a Deadman is currently touring with Nickelback and will be heading out in late October with Saliva. I wonder if the management... I wonder if it was the same management as Nickelback. Because Nickelback's managers were also Saliva's management in this period. Shit, man. What's the manager's name? Brian Coleman. That's it. I wonder if there's a Brian Coleman connection there. When asked for how Theory of a Deadman is different from Nickelback, Connolly says, our music is more diverse and dynamic. We also have a heavier sound. I think that's quite true. Theory of a Deadman is managed by Finn Daly and Bill McAfee at Indigo. Okay, that's that question answered. In Los Angeles, the band is booked by Glenn Fermiglich at Agency Group in New York. The act's songs are published by Universal. I wonder if I can speak to Bill. If there's any good questions. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Ooh, here we go. I knew there was like a lot of 604 things in this. I've had a few emails recently about 604 and their role in all of this. Okay, by Larry LeBlanc. I'm going to quickly smash through this. Toronto, 1 year after Nickelback singer and guitarist Chad Kroeger, and it's Kruger, not Kroger, and entertainment lawyer Jonathan Simkin launched Vancouver-based 604 Records. The label is beginning to take shape. We have a ton of new bands on the roster, and is now starting to feel like a label, Kruger says from Vancouver's Greenhouse studio, where Nickelback is recording the follow-up to its Silver Side Up album, which sold for 5.6. What year are we in? We're in 2003 here, so we're well into the whole Nickelback era. Feels like a label when I'm sitting in creative meetings about other bands' videos, and we're concerned about that the band looks good and dressed well. I never thought I'd be saying stuff like that. Interesting, okay. Since it launched in April 2002, 604 has signed such Canadian bands as Theory of Deadman and Mariana's Trench, both from Vancouver. Alt-rockers Sonic Boom from Winnipeg, which had changed their name, in a joint venture with Vancouver's Mint Records. 80s Brit-style female group, The Organ. The label's inaugural signing, Theory of Deadman, debuted with its self-titled album at number 4 in 2004. And on Roadrunner elsewhere, sold 60,000 units to date in Canada, 130 units in the US, according to SoundScan. April 6, Theory won a Canadian Juno Award for Best New Group. Okay. Alright. Let's take a note of that. Come on. Weird PDF things. Keep the text only. April 6, 2003. The Juno Award. Also delighted was Randy Lennox, President and CEO of Universal Music Canada, which distributes 604 in Canada. What a wonderful way to start a label. He says Chad and Jonathan now have a number of projects we are excited about. Roadrunner Records President Jonas Knox says of Jonas again, we expect success right off the bat with 604. Theory of a Deadman has indicated that Chad and Jonathan have the ability to continually find new talent. Since launching 604, Simkin has downsized his law practice to focus on Nickelback's business affairs. Fucking hell. The label and managing Maverick Records, teen pop quartet Lilix. Kruger admits to having some difficulty managing his time to allow hands on Rolling 604. He also co-produced Theory of Deadman's debut album and has produced tracks with Sonic Boom. Again, we will change their name. There's a lot of juggling, especially when Nickelback is in full swing. He says, I feel the weight of taking care of the lives of anybody on our label. These people are part of our family now. Interesting. We all thought he was just a poodly-haired singer, you know. There's all sorts going on with this guy. Vancouver may be far away from being a music industry centre on par with Toronto, but Simkin, who believes the West Coast city talent pool is unique, is thankful it lacks a similar industry infrastructure to Toronto. If there are 100 great bands in Vancouver, there are not a lot of labels for people to go to, Simkin says. That's why... No, they will call network for us. I like those odds, rather than trying to fight 800 people in Toronto for 900 bands. Interesting. The duo's experience in discovering, recording, and landing a label deal for Langley British Columbia band Default in 2000 with TVT, okay, convinced Simkin they could do it. Oh, I see. So, discovered Default, succeeded to pitch them out in 2000, then form a label off the back of it. That seems to be the idea, because they clearly have the skill set to do so, so they do it. I realised if we had done the deal differently, we could have made more money, and we could have stayed involved. Got it. We got a percentage of the... I need to mention Default for a chat question about Default and the run up to 604. Thank you very much, Brian. I see you on the chat. Chance meeting in 1999 at Vancouver party between Kruger and Theory of Deadman. Singer-guitarist Tyler eventually led to the launch of 604. Not true. That's something that spun out of control. Tyler got... We've been talking about it and seeing them in interviews for earlier in the stream. Tyler was seeing Chad's ex-girlfriend, who then got a demo to Chad, and then Chad run Tyler, just saying, I'm starting a label, let's just work together. That's how it happened. He began mentoring the band, but US label interest in the group only developed in 2001 as the sales of Default album The Fallout took off in tandem with Nickelback's single How You Remind Me. Okay, Simkin recalls, an A&R guy at a major label in LA asked if we were shopping the band or label. The light went on in my head. There were 5 majors bidding for our so-called label. I phoned Chad and I told him we should start a bidding war on our label. His response was, what label? We realised it was an opportunity to start a label. Interesting. Fucking love this stuff. Simkin and Kruger opted for a deal with Roadrunner, which agreed to let the two retain Canadian rights. The deal gives Roadrunner first right of refusal to any Act 604 signs. Oh, that's awesome. That explains a fair bit. Okay, well, Roadrunner has picked up Sonic Bloom, which will bow with its label debut later this year, under a different name. And Theory of a Deadman, Simkin is looking for US releases for Mariana's Trench in the Origin. Kruger dismisses any notion that 604 is only seeking bands to follow the Nickelback default Theory of Deadman mainstream rock career path. I want anything that's good, he says. I smell talent. If I want to be involved with it, I don't have to like the act. Okay, interesting. Right. So what we glean from this is, I know that Chad had like a producer deal. Obviously, the 604 deal, we get told there that Roadrunner gets the first right of refusal. There's a big question there around, like, why did Chad go to Roadrunner in the first place? Because where Roadrunner was at this time, they were trying to get rid of all the metal. Well, that's not entirely true. They're coming out of a period where they're getting rid of all the metal. They're going into a period with IDJ and having to reassert themselves as, like, the metal infrastructure in the industry because of Slipknot at that time. And just by chance, Nickelback sort of creates the viability for, like, a hard rock angle for Roadrunner. But yeah, why? I guess that's a question for Jonas Naxon, who's earlier in this article. I wonder if it's just we could smell this guy could fucking find anyone that would deliver radio hits, which is what people wanted at the time. I guess this is Napster time-ish, right? So that kind of level of expansion is the most appropriate way to push a band. I don't know. Let's continue. We've got loads of these to go through. And I'm going to go through every single one. Because I am boring. Shit. 20,003. 301. So that one. Bing. Bang. Boom. Bing. 416. So that's our first one. Okay, so Theory must be a radio listing there. Yep, I think it is there. 2009, yes. If there's a big radio, if there's like a Hot 100 like ranking, it's usually been picked up in there. It'd be good if it highlighted where it found the word. Okay. No dedicated articles at this point. Let's keep on going. I think our contention is here, the whole 604 model and the Theory model was chase the radio hits, and I'm like, I feel like that's a bold proposition. Like getting the radio hit down to an art at that time, that's what I'm struggling with. Was it that obvious to make that kind of decision and sell that decision? It makes sense on the face of it to say, oh yeah, write songs that'll sell, but it's like, this is like 2001, 2002. The climate wasn't exactly... It was a hip-hop dominated fucking era for mainstream music, right? What was rock even doing apart from, say, Creed and a few others and a few legacy bands? Right, what's the last one? 2009, 18th of... There we go, that's our first one. And again. Yep, top 100. Okay. There's Kruger, so... Wild Weather. Is this our... Yes, April 2003, so this will be our Juno Award. So I'll just skim read this. So there's like a Juno Awards like the British... Is it like the Brit Awards, but for Canadians? I don't know. Other Toronto... Event. Oh, okay. Next up for Juno's event. Okay. While Nickelback frontman Chad Kruger won the top songwriter category along with his band, he was also delighted that the first act he had signed to his Universal Distributed 604 label. Theory of a Deadman was chosen as the top new act. I don't know if I feel like a proud father, but I'm certainly proud of the band. Sweet. Okay. Next. Top 100. Top 100. Top 100. There's a load of these. Ba, 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 ba. It's worth going through, though. It's definitely worth just plugging through and finding those little nuggets. Like we found a little bit more context around 604 through plugging through these articles. So I shall continue to do so. But I don't think I'm going to find any other good... Ooh, these are all top 100. Yeah, these are all hot 100s. There's no articles here. So let's just get rid of them all now. You can see. You can see there's nothing being written here. Go on, get to the next one. There we go, Planet Rock. You can see from the thumbnail when there's something a little bit more than these top 100 lists. Let's quickly check this. Okay, yeah, Theory of Deadman. That's where I picked that up. So that's not a thing. Oh, but thinking of that though. Grossed $400,000 in the good year of our Lord 2009 in a gig and calendar. That's what the numbers they were dealing with back then. It's all about creative partnerships. Atlantic and Roadrunner, Hollywood, ESPN, Jeep and more. Lenny Kravitz. Oh my fucking god, there's a great little bit about this. So this Lenny Kravitz album that came out on Roadrunner. One of the main people at Roadrunner got kicked out of an A&R meeting because he gave an amazing voice of dissent when this album came through. But let's bang through. This is worth keeping just because it seems to be maybe a discussion about partnerships at this era of the label. Halfway through the track, which appears to be... In addition to filming games and promoting Black and White America. Where's Theory of Deadman come into this? Roadrunner discovered that Kravitz was a free agent through its partnership with industry veteran Tom Lipsky, who has a joint venture label with Roadrunner called Roadrunner Records. His charge is to look for as I know. Or some renown I haven't. Fucking Jonas has turned up into every fucking interview. Also every article that I've looked at. That's sold. Blah blah blah. Oh, I see. Okay. That's definitely an article worth keeping, though. I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna keep looking at that. 2011. We've got an article there. Might have one there. I'm gonna check it out. No, that's not what I want. Okay. Ah! It's bloody Ron Verman. It's our mate. So Ron Verman is the guy that signed Theory, signed Nickelback, signed Black Stone Cherry, signed Airborne, all sorts. My first real job as a booking agent at Associated Booking Co. The first project I A&R'd was Big Rude Jake. A swing out from Toronto, the second band of Nickelback. Just finished, what year are we? 2011. Just finished the new Black Stone Cherry album, Between the Devil and the Blue Sea. It's a killer rock album with the maiden songs, and it is a big one, so he was right there. Also, Theory of Deadman are putting the finishing touches on their new Truth Is, which is filled with catchy hit rock songs, both. We're going full throttle. The third of all, go on, let's get Lenny Kravitz finishing up with Higher, just a bit of new album. Okay. This isn't really telling me much, so we can skip this one. We crack on. Maybe we'll go to page 10 before we call this off as a bad job. I should probably make a point of asking them, because they lived through it, IDJ versus Warner. Right, I think. That looks interesting. That looks interesting. Excusez-moi. Oh. Okay. Theory of Deadman pushes for its own identity, by Larry LeBlanc. Theory of Deadman may be seeking a mainstream rock career path, but its sophomore album Gasoline displays a more independent streak than its 2002 self-titled debut. Following our first album, we were advised to write the same record, just better. I've got to ask about that. This is the band singer guitarist Tyler Connolly says, "We said screw that. We don't have to go after the same things." Theory of Deadman includes David Brenner and Dean Beck. Yeah, Dean Beck. Gasoline came out March 29th on 604 in Canada and also on Roadrunner Records elsewhere. It was produced by Howard Benson. While there were still artists to deliver on emphasis of pop-driven rock, the follow-up is far more ambitious and distinctive. On the band's debut code, produced by Nickelback frontman Chad Kroeger and Joey Moi, I'm going to say Moi, I'm sticking with that, has sold 190,000 units in the United States and 79,000 in Canada, according to Nielsen SoundScan. The first album, lead-off single to come between us, received widespread airplay in the US, active on modern rock radio. Follow-up singles fared less well. Still, the band won a Juno Award. Okay, great. Every interview. Do I have to now check the rest of that one? I'm gonna have to find the entire Billboard thing. I think I am. Balls. Let's bring that in. That's what we want. So we want World Radio History. We want Billboard Magazine. You want 2005 4-2, which is 2nd of April. I've got to wait for the whole fucking thing to go up. So that's number 11. Page 11. Give me my page 11. Couldn't shake the stigma of being Nickelback light. Every interview would be asked what Chad was up to, Connolly says. With this record, we consciously made an effort to get away from being in the Nickelback camp. We're not from any camp. Except Gasoline, Toad began a 6-week tour, Shinedown, in mid-January. Another tour with Breaking Benjamin started March 1st and runs until late April. With each date, Roadrunner Street Team is providing point-of-purchase material to local retailers as well as flyers and posters to venues. Show attendees receive a 2-song sampler from the first single, No Surprise in Hating Hollywood. Roadrunner Senior Director of Marketing, Bob Johnson, says it's paramount to first educate those fans plunking down those money or receive shows. It's paramount to first educate those fans plunking down money for these shows. Most already invested in the band with the first record. Overall, we're targeting the 18 to 34-year-old rock audience. We're jazzed about this new record, says Mike Davis. We also love the price point. It's at $8 wholesale and $12.98 list. No Surprise, quickly taken off at the active radio in the United States. Single is number 60 in the Billboard Radio Monitor Active Rock charts. We are now starting to... Fucking hell, everyone's in this one. We are now starting to see strong phones, reports Dave Lonco, Senior VP of Promotion. We are now having an impact on modern rock in the release date of the album. We already have a lot of modern rock stations playing it. Pat Martin, PD of Active Rock KRXQ, says the station is getting really good phones with No Surprise. I'm guessing phones are like phone-ins saying, play the song. He cautions, it sounds like Nickelback to me and our listeners. Oh shit. In Canada, the track is number 4 in the Nielsen Broadcast Data Systems rock chart. To boost release, Roadrunner will kick off an extensive US radio promotion campaign on the album's release date. We'll book spots on stations supporting the record. We want to hit people where they are finding out about the band. Further exposure will come from audio commercials running in a number of movie theatre chains. Ooh, an online placement of the songs video with a Real Player, AOL, iTunes, MP3.com, and RollingStone.com. Ooh, fucking hell. Back in the day, man. The album will receive additional exposure through the inclusion of the track No Way Out on Sony PlayStation's MLB 2006. What's MLB? What is MLB? Major League Baseball. We're not trying to convince any industry tastemakers about this band up front. We expect that the first week will be notable enough that the tastemakers, MTV Fuse, and modern rock programs, as well as high-profile journalists, will then be convinced by them. Okay, I like that. I'm going to keep that open. I think that's pretty cool. Now I need to figure out what this is. This says that, from left opposite the Guardian, the house office where she also serves music. Stuff me with that house. You got to be right with Theory of Deadman. Okay, it's just it's about the particular individual. It's not associated with the band directly, apart from for songwriting purposes. Okay, let's find some more articles. Or not, as it were. This is the dirty work, people. This is why sometimes it takes so fucking long. But that's okay. You got to do the dirty work to get all the fucking right information, right? But I am extremely tired, and I do also want to test out the interview functionality of this stream, because that's going to be important in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to ask if any of my mates are online, and they're not. Fucking great. I'll have to do that another time. Right. Okay, I said I would stop at 10. I'm going to keep going a little bit more. Just a little bit more. You can do it. I do like that one, though. Following our first album. The thing is, I should have like a load of Kerrang magazines kicking about, but I just don't have the money for that, and then no one quite. Oh shit! Ugh. Trying to paste this. No one like keeps all the Kerrangs and uploads them somewhere like they do with Billboard. But then again, like Billboard offers a different kind of perspective. Brilliant. Okay, I'm happy with that one. That looks like an article, which we'll keep. That looks like an article. These look like articles. That doesn't. That looks like Hot 100. Deadman. Oh, it's the same one. Okay, great. That's fine. Canadian talent marks a global mark in a tough year. What year are we in? Oh, we're in December 28th, 2002. Okay. That's the point. 2002 is a big... Yeah. 2002, a big year for Canadians. What is it about Canadians in that year? Starting to make a big name for myself, like Vin said. With wonder as a career accelerated. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Where is our Theory of a Deadman reference? Come on. More about HMV in this fucking article. Do 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 do. Okay, with 3 wins apiece, Crawl and Nickelback dominated this year's Juno Awards, held in April. So it's more about Juno Awards. Nickelback collected awards from Top Rock Group, Top Rock Album, Top Single, while Vancouver-based Randy Staub won the Top Engineering Award for his work with the band. Wow. Where's... Okay, where the fuck is Theory then? Where is it? That's annoying. Is it on that thing on the right and I'm just not seeing it? No, no. Silly me. Oh well. I'm not going to agonize over it. I've got a good question out of it, so let's just crack on. Billboard launches Heatseeker Song Chart. As part of our efforts to spotlight up-and-coming artists, Billboard is launching the Heatseeker Song Chart. Theory of a Deadman is the first act to top Heatseeker songs with the track Not Meant to Be. the song runs at number 56 on the on Hot 100. Okay, that might be significant, in a way. Okay, Carly Rae Jepsen. What year is this? 2012. Oh, because she's signed to 604, isn't she? There you go. Yeah. Jonathan yeah. This isn't relevant to our thing. Jonathan Simkin, co-founder of Vancouver-based 604 Records, is not a fan of Canadian Idol. When a friend asked him to take a meeting with Jepsen in 2007, Simkin, who helped build the careers of Nickelback and Theory of a Deadman, wasn't interested in signing on managing the third-place finisher in the 5th season. I assume she didn't write her own songs. Cool. And I think this is going to be it. I think we're done. Canadian indie labels on the rise. Ah, sweet. This will be another 604. Okay, maybe I'll have a look at that another time. But I think I'm done. I think I'm done for now. I think I'm going to crack on with my life. I think I might do this another time. I might do this again tomorrow. And we'll see what happens. Woo! Right. I'm going to close it out there, and thank you very much if you're still watching. I appreciate you. Oops, what have I done there?